Hello, fellow music people. Welcome to a brand new tier list. I figured today I'd make a tier list on the FL Studio Flex packs. This is every single one of them that I've gathered. I think I have all of them. I hope I didn't miss any. If I did, then rip. I'm pretty sure I got them all. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in order from, I guess, from the top all the way to the bottom, which is basically alphabetical order. And yeah, if any new ones come out later, I will comment, or I will put a pinned comment, basically giving a brief ranking, I guess. Um, yeah. Let's just start with the first one, which is, what is this? Acoustic drums, which is right here. Um so this is basically acoustic drums. Yeah, it's very obvious what it is. This is basically just realistic drums, not like the digital EDM drums that you hear from my music, but uh I don't think I've ever used this just because I don't really use acoustic drums at all. Really, I mainly use electronic drums, but these do sound good. I really like how high quality they are. Um, so I don't really have much to say. Just kind of briefly showing you what they sound like if you ever want to buy this, because it does cost money. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any strong feelings. If you go here, yeah, you can see all the different drums sounds laid out for you. And I really hope this video isn't loud. I did do a test, and I think everything sounds good. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know where to put this. I'm just gonna put it in the middle. I don't really, um, yeah, I don't have any strong feelings, nor do I hate it. I just don't use it. So I mean, this is all just my opinion. So if your favorite is at the bottom, don't get too upset. Um, Anyways, next we got, what is the next one? Analog excellence. Okay. I guess my screenshots didn't order properly. I don't know why. I did try to crop these out the best I can. Um, yeah. Okay. I've actually took the time to go through all of these. I didn't look at every single preset. I looked at most of them. What I did is I went to the tags and I just kind of skimmed through all the bass sounds, all the leads. And one big problem that I have with this specific pack here is that a lot of these sounds are very most of these sounds are very harsh sounding, and I don't know. I just don't find myself using this pack very often. I think I've only used maybe one or two sounds from this pack. Like the keys sound okay, except for that one. Okay. Yeah, you notice how most of these are very distorted. I don't I, what I'm looking for is variety. I don't want like I don't want to spend money in just for a bunch of very distorted sounds. I don't think that's I don't know. No pianos. Let's look at pad. There's only two. Hold on, let me listen to this one more time. Okay, it's not even it's a monophonic sound. It's not even like I'm trying to play 3 notes at once and it only one note comes out, which is a bit silly. Drones, what is this? A little too scary for me. Let's look at plucks. And they all have like a lot of reverb on it too with the already distorted sound. That just doesn't work too well for me. Like yeah, I can turn it off, but sound it still sounds a bit too harsh. Even like I think I've tried out some of the macros here. I don't think they help at all really. Yeah, see I turned all of them down. It still sounds very harsh to me. So I think I'm gonna put it down here. I'm sorry. This just not I should label these. I should put it like not for me because I mean it's just not what I prefer. I don't I forgot to label these. I should quickly do that. Let's see. Meh. Average. This one should be um great, and then the S tier. That one's gonna be God tier. All right. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully this makes sense. It's pretty much the same format for every tier list I've done ever. So, all right. Let's look at. I think Analog Monsters is next, which is kind of similar to this one. Um, except I think it's a little bit better, or a lot better actually, because there's just more. Well, first of all, they're labeled properly. As you can see, it has bass and then bells, so I don't have to do the tags. But let's just quickly listen to them. So let's look at bass here. Not bad. I mean, they're definitely more usable than the last pack. Let's look at bells next. I like the bell sounds. They sound good. I think the pads also sound pretty good. A little, a bit too harsh there. Yeah, it's a bit better. They're definitely a lot more usable. Let's look at Plux next. Now, one thing I am noticing is if you look at the macros, they're all copy and pasted. That's also what I'm gonna factor in is how unique the macros are. If I see too many of like the same ones, then it's probably gonna make me give it a lower rating. I don't know. It's just a factor that I take into consideration. Like at least this one did have some unique um macros, but none of them really help. So that's why I gave it a very low rating. But these ones, they're all the same. So yeah, it's kind of lame to me how they're all the same. Not that it matters too much. Like I'm more than likely gonna add my own effects anyways. But um, what else? Let's look at strings next. Let's see how they sound. Yeah, they sound pretty good. Have I looked at leads yet? Okay. I think I'm gonna give this just an average rating. Uh, not the worst, but you know, I don't use it very often, so yeah. Next is Arksun Cityscape, which is right here. This is one of the free packs you can get, and it's actually the one that defaults into I think it's called the Dystopian lead. Yep. Whenever you open Flex, this is the first preset you're greeted with. So there you go. So I've used this one before. I like this pack a lot. Let's just briefly let's look at some of the leads here. It's a lot more variety this time. Um, the macros are, yeah, there. Some of them are copy and pasted. Some of them are do change. So, let's look at bass next. Wow, this one's interesting. It's like an FM bass. Okay. Very Reese like bass. Good for drum and bass. Okay, let's look at brass next. That one sounds cool. I like this one. I kind of look at pads next. Let's look at pads now. I think this one has very nice pads. That one's cool. That one's also, I think I've used this one before in one of my previous songs. Let's look at keys next. Let's see what they sound like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna put this one up here. I think it's a great pack. Yeah. Let's look at Austrian Grand Piano. This is another UV plugin. Um, so I have used this one before. I don't use it often because I do have a third party plugin called Model D. That's what I mainly use. I also use the acoustic E Suite by UV, but this one's also pretty good. I did recently use a sound from here. I think it's this one for my most recent song. Was my most recent lo-fi song, and I've also used I think this one I used for no, not that one. Definitely not that one. I think it's this one. I've used this one in High School Industrial 2. Oh god, I'm sorry about that. I used it for High School Industrial 2. Um so so yeah, one thing that you will notice that does take a long time to load just because these sounds are, the higher quality the sound, the more longer it takes to load, so just keep that in mind. They do have a light version which just uses less, or it's like less quality, I don't know. But yeah. I'm just gonna put it because I don't use it very often. I'll just give it. I'm not gonna put it down here, obviously, but I will put it in the great tier just because when I do use it, I do make good use of it. So, next is Black Octopus Atlantis. This one's very good. I used a lot of sounds from here. I just want to quickly look at. I remember the pads sound very good. Let's look at pads. Yeah, the pads just sound really good. I think I've used Epic Rise pad before. Let's look at bass. Ooh, this one has a lot of variety here. Great for um, I like the FM ones. Oh, that's loud. Those ones are great for dubstep. I think I've used the Neuroscan ones before. I'm not sure which one I used. I think this one I used before as well. I don't remember which song. but I've used it before. Let's look at leads next. I think it's got some nice leads. This one I think I've used before, just because it has a nice portamento effect. These ones sound good for like future bass or yeah, future bass or trap music. All right, I think that's enough. Let's put this God tier. I'm putting it up here. It's got a lot of good sounds. Let's see if this one will share the same spot. I've looked at this one previously. I don't know. I don't remember it being as good as this one, but you know, let's see. Let's look at leads. Yeah, I think this is why. See, they have a lot of dear God, ugh, a lot of harsh sounds here. Except that this one sounds good. I like this cool little sound here. Let's look at pads next. I think the pads sound good, but let me double check. Oh yes, yeah. See, this is where it shines. The pads sound very good. Beautiful. Let's look at keys. I think the house has nice keys. Let's look at bells. No, doesn't have bells. I think. Oh, I remember now. Okay, so I try to like compare these two since they're both by the same creator, and I noticed this one had less variety than the Atlantis one. So you see, this one has bells and drones and stuff. This one does not have any bells, no drones, and the basses I think are have less variety. I don't know if I looked at basses already. I think I've used one of these basses before, but I don't remember which one. That one sounds cool. Um, but yeah, because it does have less variety, that is gonna. I might put it in the great tier. It's still good. I still like a lot of the sounds there, so I'll put it here. I think that's a good placement. All right, chill, lo-fi, 1 and 2. I'm just gonna do them both at the same time. Actually, um, uh, yeah, I'm just gonna quickly show you why. Um, I mean, it's lo-fi. Who doesn't like lo-fi music? One thing you will notice is that these ones do have labeled presets on the side of it, while this one doesn't. Um, I tend to go back and forth between which one's better. Like I think the first one's better just because it has I don't know. I've used this one longer than the second one. I think I've always found better sounds in the first one, so I'm not too sure. I think it has better. Let's look at the basses real quick. I think it had better bass. Yeah, see, these are the bass guitars I use for my lo-fi song and my most recent. I think it was this one. I think. I think here I tried to use one of the bass sounds. I don't know which one I think I also used this one before. But like this doesn't make sense to me. Like see how I have it bass here and it shows up all these other ones. So I mean it's better to look at it without the tags just to not be thrown off. What else do I want to look at? Let's look at the keys. This one has very good keyboard sounds. That one sounds good. That is not a keyboard, bro. That's a keyboard. That's also a keyboard. Um, bells. I think it has nice bells too. I think the best part about this pack is that you can use these outside of lo-fi. Because some of these sound. I think I even used one of these in Icicle Industrial too. I think this one I used. Yeah, these two I also used before. Man, I have to put it up here. Like I'm putting both of these up here. I'd like this one a little more than the other one. Um, the first one I think is better, but both of them are pretty good anyways. So like these bells also sound great in this pack here. Um, yeah, the keyboards also sound good in this one. They're both great. Yeah, let's just move on to Chiptune. This one is like video game music type flex pack. It's gonna have a lot of very 8-bit sounds here. Um, I have used a few of these sounds. You know, they can work in some. I use it in some lo-fi songs. I've used it. I've used it in some of my Halloween songs as well. So that's great. Let's look at organs. I think I used one of the organs here. I'm not sure which one though, but let's just. That sounds cool. Um, let's look at pads here. That is not a. Oh, I looked. Oh, I accidentally clicked on guitar. Oops. A lot of very FM sounds as well. FME sound. I don't know the right adjective, but very funky bass right there. Um, let's look at keys next. That's not a keyboard, bro. uh, let's look at bells next. This one I've used before. Actually, I think I used it recently. My most recent lo-fi song. I think, or was it? Was it not? No, I think I designed that bell. I don't. When did I? I used it in. I also used it in Icicle Industrial too. Yeah, I remember now. Um, I haven't looked at I didn't look at drums in a while. Let's look at the drums here. I think a lot of these presets are references to video games. Like I think this is supposed to be a reference to Mario. That one sounds funny. All right. I think I'm gonna give this an a great rating. I don't know where to put it though, so let's put it here. Um, let's move on to Cinematic Soul by MXXII, or I don't know how to say it. This is like a hip hop type of flex pack. Um, yeah, all these are labeled, so I don't have to use the tags. So let's have a look at them. I like the bass because they're like, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Subtle movement bass. That one sounds cool. But I really like the guitar ones because you can use them outside of the genre it's meant for. Bell. I think this one has very good bells. In fact, I'm pretty sure I used one of these. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. I think it might have been this one. These ones are like samples that you can use if you want. I'm not gonna go through every single one of them, but they are there, and they're labeled too in the respective chord progressions. So, thank you, because I really care about Call of Duty. Um, okay, next is let's look at drums. This one has some nice drums, I believe. Like these are actual drum kits that you can use. All sound very nice. Keyboards. This one has nice keyboards, I believe. That one sounds cool. What else? Let's look at pads. Oh, these are leads, but these sound okay as well. Let's look at pads. Oh, there's only okay. There's only 4 pads. That one sounds good. I like that one. Percussion. Whoa. What is that supposed to be? Okay, I think this will labeled here. Okay, that's interesting. So we got strings next. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, that sounds cool. See, I like how it has very atmospheric type of sounds here. I mean, they could be useful for adding effects, atmospheric effects. I think I'm gonna give this. Where is it? What does it look like again? Um, it's okay. It looks like I can't read too well. This one right here. I'm gonna give it a high rating. I'm kind of tempted to put up here, but it's not. It's a very high grade tier. You know, I don't use it very often, but I do really like a lot of the sounds used. I might move it up later. We'll see. Next, we got colors. This is another. I think this one's free. Actually, you can get this one for free. Um, yeah, I don't. Let's just look at basses. Let's see what they sound like. I think this is meant to be like a hip hop pack. Like, let me read this. So, R&B, trap. Yeah, so basically hip hop. But I have used some of these sounds before in other genres, like in EDM, some of my EDM songs. It's because it has good keyboard sounds from what I remember. As I show you the most harsh sounding keyboard sound. That one's not bad. That one kind of sounds like a steel drum to me. This one I think I've used before. A little scary, but cool. Let's look at I think this one has good drums as well. Oh yes. Oh, these are like chopped up. Like I'm holding down one button, it's playing it. Like some of these play like a sequence of sounds, and one is just a single note. Let's look at leads in there. I think I've used this one. I've used before for sure. Yes, I have. Although I kind of forgot what song I used it in. I don't remember, bro. I'm for sure I've used it before. Let's look at. Like, see, they sound very EDM like, so that's why I think you can, or I believe you can use them in other genres besides hip hop. Pads, I think this one's got good pads. That one I really like. Flux. Since actually, let's look at sound effects next. I think this one's got. This one's cool. That one's cool. That's the only string sound they have here. Let's look at synths next. All right. Yep. Just gonna give it a good rating here. I'm gonna put it probably here. This looks like a good spot to rank it at. All right. Let's look at Dark Orchestra by UV. So this one I've looked at before. Yeah, this one I'm honestly not sure how I feel about this because it does have cool sounds. Like I don't know though, they're all very ominous sounds. And I think they're only I don't know. I only see myself using them for like intros or I don't know between drops and between yeah, I don't know. Probably like some background sounds, but even then they're just like it's not bad. They sound very good. I like they're very high quality. I like how they sound. But I don't know. I've never really found a need to use this. So I might have to I don't know, this might be a meh ranking for me. I simply just don't use it. What is next? This one here. Oh my god. This one's so bad. I don't like this one at all. So let me just it's basically a bunch of drum sounds. Look how many there are. 2,400 expertly crafted electronic and electroacoustic drum sounds by Wise Labs. Okay. That sounds like a lot, right? I'm just gonna show you guys something. So I don't know, like they all sound way too similar to me. I don't think they're really 2,400 expertly crafted sounds in here. Because most of these sound way too similar to me. Let me just do it again for this next one here. Uh, can't mess this up though. And okay, like even if they do sound very different, like they still sound very bad to me. Way too harsh for no reason. Let's look at the snares one. This one's also. I think every time I've used these sounds, I always have to use effects, some kind of transient processing effect, just because like they're too harsh that it loses its punch. If that makes any sense. Um, Hi hats, they also sound. Okay, the hi hats don't sound too bad, but I'm pretty sure like it almost sounds like it's looping. If I don't know, they're just not very different enough for me just for me to really buy that idea that there are 2,400 freaking whatever sounds. So I'm just gonna have to, yeah, I'm putting it down here. Probably the worst one in this ranking so far. We'll see. Let's look at electric keys. So this one, yeah, it's another UV plugin. It's got clavinets, I think it's what it's called. We're just gonna look at the basic ones because all these other ones are just with added effects. So I don't want to look through freaking ePiano broken toy. I'd rather just look at the dry ones just so you can get an idea what they sound like without effects. So um, that sounds cool. Let's look at this one here. Yeah, yeah, basically just all electric piano stuff. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't use this one very often either, just because I have another UV plugin that basically does that, which is Key Suite Electric. So I'd much rather use that over this one. But if you do decide to get it, it can be a very nice tool to have. I especially like the electric piano one, and even some of the variants it has, like the reverb one, sound pretty good. I think I've used the Phase Dark one before. That one sounds pretty cool in my opinion. So, with that being said, I'll give it an average ranking. I just yeah, I don't use it very often. Let's look at bass guitars. So this one I do. Sometimes I use it. I might get a bass guitar here, or I'll just get it from like chill lo-fi pack, or maybe through here. But this one's got like, oh sorry, this one has like uh a lot of different types of bass guitars. I think I don't play guitar, so I don't know if any of these are like familiar or based on real life bass guitars. I'm pretty sure they are though, right? I don't know, but what's interesting about this is that if you look at the dynamic ones, if you read down here, it'll say velocity sensitive, ranging from soft fingered style to plucking. Which what that means is that if I go down, it's gonna play it differently. If I go higher, this is like a high velocity note right here. It's kind of subtle, so I might do this one. Might be a better example. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see this one. This one's more noticeable. So this is like a normal style and this is a more plucked or I don't know, picked sound. So on top of that, the sounds sound pretty good to me. I especially like the cutting edge one. This one I use the most. I've used it. You probably heard it in some of my older songs, but I have used this one before. Um, Overall, I'm gonna give it a great ranking. I'll put it. I don't know. Put it here, I guess. Actually, I'll put it here. That looks good. Next, we got essential guitars. I don't use guitars very often, and just like the bass one, if I do use guitars, I'll probably use one from a different pack. But this one, again, I don't know. I'm not a guitar player, so I don't know if like these are real names for guitars or real models. I don't know, but all I know is that they sound good to me. I like the if you this one I like. I believe this one also has velocity. No, I think it's the is it this one? I don't remember which one, but one of these has like a velocity thing where the higher the different or the higher the velocity, the it'll sound different. I just don't know which one. I think it's wait, it is this one. Why wasn't it? There we go. Now it works. I don't know why it wasn't. Oh, I see why. It's because I was playing a higher note, so it didn't. But there we go. See, if you play lower velocity, it'll have a more stabbier sound. And this one just plays throughout the whole, just as long as you hold it down. So pretty cool. I've used the muted ones before. These ones sound pretty cool. Yeah. But because I don't use guitars very often, I might have to give it a average ranking. So I'll probably put it here. Um, let's see here. Essential pianos. This one I've used this one for like the longest time before I got the third party plugins, Model D and uh, the acoustic one by UV. So doesn't have very many sounds, but they all sound different enough to be not need to have many other variants. Like it's got the three like main pianos, I guess. Although it also includes I don't know. It's kind of confusing because there's grand piano here, and then there's closed grand, and then there's both. I don't know how to say that. Steinway D, Yamaha C7, which I think are all different models of pianos, and then there's grand piano. I don't know. Those are also models or based off its own model or based off these one. I don't know. All I know is they sound great. My favorite one is this one. This one I've used in Night Sky Aurora 2, and I used it in 1, back when I used FL Studio Mobile, because there was like a free expansion which basically brought this into FL Studio Mobile. It's also actually these are free too. The essential ones are all free, so they all come in with FL Studio. That's cool. I also really like the Rode sounds. And I like let's see, this one sounds good. Actually, it sounds about the same. Um, Piano pad I've also used before. Yeah. pretty solid pack. I want to rank it high, but I'll just put it next to the Austrian Grand. I'll put this one a little higher just because it is free. Um, so Essential String. This one I've also used for a very long time, and I still think they sound great. So not very many presets. Not that you need a lot of presets because they're all. I mean, it's got violins, violas, cellos, bass, and then all strings combined together. So, and it's got the different methods of playing violin. So it's got the sustain, the staccato, and I guess the all strings version just has its own unique effects. Although I don't, I don't think I've ever used these three effects, but um, I don't know. I mainly just use the pizzicato, staccato, sustain methods. So, um, I'll just show you what they sound like, and then there you go. Pretty cool. Can also give it a high ranking. I kind of want to put it. Uh, yeah, I'll just put it next to Essential Pianos. Um, Essential Winds. It's got all your basic. You see, it's called Essential Winds, but it also has brass instruments, which are like I don't know. Yeah, I guess you do need wind to play it, right? I don't know. Anyways, uh, yeah, it's got bassoon, clarinets, flutes, all brass instruments combined, all woodwind instruments combined, all yeah, horns, French horns, oboes, trombones, trumpets, and tubas. So that one sounds cool. Although there is one sound missing, and that is the saxophone. Where is the saxophone? I have no idea. Well, it's not in this pack at least. It's in a different pack, which we'll get into that very shortly. Um, but yeah, we're just gonna. Oh, I thought I forgot to crop it out. We'll just put it here. Um, Actually, I should probably move this a little lower. I'll put it next to the guitar ones. Okay. Next is Euphoria. This is the newest flex pack. You see, even right here, it says it's announcing that it's out. Um, but yeah, this is great for a lot of electronic genres. I think I've used one of these basses before. I don't remember which one though. Wow, all these. Yeah, I remember now. These LED sounds. Yeah, they're all very harsh sounding. That's one main criticism I have about this. Let's look at pads next. Interesting. I don't know. I feel like the pads take too long to build up. Like, let me try. That's a little better, but I don't know. By default, they take a little too long to build up, in my opinion. look at sequence sounds. I think this one's got good sequence. I didn't know it was sequenced. Okay. Okay. Have I looked at drums yet? Let's look at drums. Oh, cool. They're all... Whoa. Okay, I had no idea that existed. Okay, so they're different drum samples, I see. Okay. See, this is what the other drum pack doesn't have, is that they all... Whoops. What note do I start? Okay, right here's where I start, so... See, most of these sound very different, except for like the very high and low octaves, but just ignore those. But yeah, most of them sound different enough to be different, I guess. So I think overall this will get a... I don't know. I don't like the lead sounds, so I might have or lead sounds. So I might have to give it an average ranking. And some of the pads, yeah, the pads don't sound that amazing to me. Next, oh my god, dude, this one is so... Remember when I said something about, like, saxophones showing up later? Well, this is where you can find them. Let's see, alto sax. Yeah, this pack just has a bunch of very low quality sounds. Like, it has a lot, don't get me wrong. You know, it probably has whatever you're looking for, but let's just look at guitars. I think this will be a great example as to... Like, it might not sound too bad, but that's only because there's a reverb effect that's... Let me just turn this off just so you can hear it better. Like, what the hell is this, dude? Cut noise, fret noise. I don't know. Let's look at pianos. I think pianos will also be a great example. Oh god, that sounds terrible, dude. This is like FL Keys pianos right here. It's so... What even is the difference between... Okay, I guess that is a bit different, but... Good lord. Oh, look at this here. Car crash. Oh, yes. Car engine. Oh, that sounds like a car passing by, doesn't it? Violins. Let's look at strings next. I don't know. For me, that there's just no reason for it to exist, considering like you have essential strings for violins. There's just no reason to look through here. You have essential pianos for your keyboard sounds, and I don't know. A lot of these sounds are very low quality. They're like the default sounds that you find in like, I don't know, those old MIDI keyboards, I guess. Let's just move on now. What's next? Glitch form. Okay, let's look at glitch form. I don't like how this one's panned all the way to the left. Oh, I guess it does pan to the right. Okay. Um. Cool. That sounds funky. So the whole point of this pack is to be used in like um I think like breakcore or something. Let's see. Let's see. Breakcore, brain dance, whatever genre you're making on the fly. Yeah, it's just this is like the miscellaneous category of flex packs. Um it does have some good sounds though. I believe I've used a couple of these. A lot of random sounds. That one sounds good. Whoa. A little scary. I think, yeah, it has a couple lo-fi sounds here too. Okay, that one sounds weird. Pads? Let's look at pads next. Okay. A little EQ. I can probably make this sound work. Okay, these ones sound cool. All right. You know, for the attention that this flex pack has, I think it does a good job at just mimicking, you know, the randomness of these glitchy genres that people like to make. So I think for that, I'll give it a great ranking. I'll put it there. Let's see. Let's look at Hard 808. I'm gonna be honest. I don't I don't make hip hop music very often. And when I do, I don't use 808s. I usually just use a bass guitar instead, or I don't know. I just don't use 808s a lot. So this when this came out, I was like, okay. I don't know. I'm not gonna go through every single one of them. I'm just gonna quickly put it in the average ranking. Just actually no. I think I'll just yeah, I'll put it average. Harmony. Oh, this is yeah. This is the freaking vocal one. Why we want to look at this? Cause uh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm done looking at that. I'm just gonna put it here. Yeah. Let's just move on to. I don't know what. I don't know how to say that. Uh, his electronica. Yeah. This one's got some cool sounds from what I remember. I believe I've. I'll just look at them now. I see now. Yeah, it has a lot of very ominous sounds. Like I think I compared it when I was looking at these, I compared it to the where is it to the dark orchestra ones because that's just what these sounds reminded me of is that other flex pack. Let's look at sound effects next. I think it's got some very interesting. Yeah, like these X ones right here. Yeah, these sound pretty cool. Let's look at organs. Leads. Ooh, yeah, I don't know if I like these. Okay, so yeah, there's some okay ones, and then there's just oh yeah, oh no 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 that one hurt. Okay, let's look at keyboards next. What's oh, it says lonely techno bills and then lovely. Okay, that's I thought I was like a miss or typo there or duplicate. Uh, guitars. So there's only one. Brass. That is not. No, that does not sound like brass to me. Um, I don't know. To me, this belongs in. I might just put it next to it to be honest. Where is that? Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. This one. I might just put it next to this one. That one like harsh synthly that I just discovered that just knocked it down to meh for me. Let's look at hyper. This one I've looked at a couple of times, and I've always been conflicted on this one. So first of all, I don't know what hyperpop is. I've never listened to it, so I don't know if that's what it's supposed to sound like. So I want to first look at effects, 'cause I remember it had some very oh, my bad. I was gonna say I thought they were effects. I want to look at these sound effects first. That one's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of very yeah, there's a lot of very weird sound effects here. Let's look at. I don't want to look at drums. It's basically the same thing. Let's look at keys. Okay, that's an interesting key sound. Okay, there's some very like chip tuney sounds in here. That's cool. That one sounds nice. I like that one. I think I've used this one before. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's look at bells next. That one sounds. It reminds me of that. Reminds me of a steel drum or pan or yeah, pan drums. That's what it's called. That's what that reminded me of. Oh, it's that one again. God damn it. All right, yeah, that's enough of that. Have I looked at pads yet? Let's look at leads next. I think this is where I don't know if I looked. I think I've already looked at leads because yeah, I think I'm done looking at hyperpop. For me, it's just a Mac tier. I almost never use this pack. If I'm being honest. Hypertrance. I've used some sounds from here before. Let's just have a listen. That sounds cool. What? These sound exactly the same. Yeah, these two sound the same to me. What the hell? Okay. It's got a lot of bass sounds. I think this is meant for yeah, trance music. Obviously, you can probably use it in some like drum and bass genres. I remember liking these the chord sound. Let's listen to them. Yeah, those sound good. Let's look at leads next. The pads. I remember really liking the pads. Yes, these sound good. All right. I think I've heard enough. Let's go ahead and put it. Ah, man, I want to put it here, but it's still not my favorite. I'll just put it at the very top of great for now. J. Lewis drum slice. I've never used this flex pack, and yeah, I don't know. It's just what this is. It's basically like just imagine Fruity Slicer with drums only. I don't even. Okay, right here. It's basically like a whole loop, but it's chopped up in like 10 or so notes. I don't even want to look at all the. I'm just gonna look at a few of them. I don't know, dude. I just don't find myself using this. I don't even know what that is. Snare roll. Let's look at this one. I don't know, dude. It's just meh. I never. I yeah. Just put it. I'm just gonna put it there. Liquid D&B or drum and bass. I remember liking this one. Wow, it's got a lot of drums here. Okay. Oh, I like these ones. Oh my. I don't know if I used one of these before. Let's look at leads next. Yeah, kind of harsh sounding leads, not gonna lie. Let's look at pads. Okay, they sound pretty good. Let's look at organ. Sound effects. Okay. Oh, I see now. These are different sound effects, right? Yep. Okay. These are like transition effects. Cool. Rise noise. Let's look at this one. Okay, it's just one sound. Okay. Uplifter. All right. Um, let's see now. There's a lot of bass sounds here because I mean, drum and bass is a very bass heavy genre, obviously. Um, although I don't make drum and bass very often, so I might have to give it a average ranking. Except I don't know what it looks like. I think it's yeah, that one. Okay. Put it where should I put this? I'll put it like here, I guess. I might have to move some of these around later. Main room techno. This is another one that I remember liking. Let's just some of these are kind of loud though. Yeah, these ARP ones sound cool. Let's look at atmospheric ones. All right, let's look at bass next. What the hell? That is interesting. Okay. Here we go. I think Have I used one of these before? I don't remember. There's a lot of respaces here. I'm sure I've used one of these before. Um, chords. Let's look at this one. I'm sure I've used one of these before. I see. This one's like a collection of different. Although I kind of wish there was an option to. Yeah, I kind of wish there was an option to make it individual notes, but oh well. Because there are some good sounds. They're just kind of stuck being chords, but oh well. Let's look at or leads next. I think that's enough of that. So let's look at plucks now. Cool. Pads. Let's look at synths next. All right. And it does have a cut, or it has three vocal patches or vocal presets of like real samples you can use, but I'm not gonna show them. Uh, Overall, I think I will give this. I don't really know. Uh, yeah, I'll probably just give it a average rating, just because I really do wish those chord sounds weren't like chords. I wish you could play them in individual notes, if that makes sense. Melodic tempo. Okay, this one. All right, this might sound familiar to y'all because I've definitely used this song before. Was it this one or this one? This is the one I used. Okay. I can't play it now, but if this sounds familiar to you, this is from Electro Explosion. I don't know how to. I don't. I can't quite play the notes right now because I forgot. But yeah. Let's look at bass next. Okay. Not bad. That one sounds cool. All right. Nice. Really like the bell sounds here. What is that supposed to be? Like a vocal sound mixed with keyboard? Oh god. All right. I think I've had enough. I'll give it a great rating just because I really do like those bell sounds, and also because I'm a bit biased to that one sound that got me almost 1,000 views. So yeah, we'll put that here for now. All right, mobile synth pluck. I already know where I'm gonna put. I kind of want to skip these two to be honest. So I don't even want to look at them. Just put it here. Uh, So it's all just pluck sounds. I mean, like I don't have anything else to say about this really. And then the 808s, I mean, you guys know what 808s are. I mean, it's the same as the other plugin that just came out recently, Hard 808s. Yeah. I don't know. It all just sounds the same to me, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Moondust. This one I remember liking a lot. I also like the picture here. Looks cool. Just chill, hold a chord. Let me hold a chord then. Whoa, okay. I don't know why it's under the bass category, but yeah, I don't know. These don't sound like basses to me. They're just very quiet. I don't understand why they labeled it incorrectly. That sounds cool. Whoa. Whoa, that sounds cool. Feels like a spaceship landing in the room. I agree. That sounds cool. I like that. If you wait, it moves a little. Okay, let's see. Okay, I guess it does move a little bit. All right. Let's go winds now. You know, I could honestly see myself using these in like lo-fi, or this could honestly be used for any genre. A lush atmospheric flex instrument. See, it's meant for hip hop, but you know, I'm pretty sure I've used some of these sounds for like EDM. Um, and none of these sound terrible to me. I kind of want to put it here. I'm tempted. I'm putting it there. Putting the gods here. Okay. Muted Plucks by UV. This one I like a lot. I've used um I think I've used it. I used it in my last song and in one of my other, I don't remember, at Fall Farther. I think I used it in. Let me find the ones I used. It's probably one of these here. Well, that one sounds interesting. I don't know. I just I really like this a lot. Like you can pretty much use this in any genre, honestly. I want to put it up here. I'm putting it up there. It's way better than this one. Like I think that's why I don't use this one, is because Muted Flux just exists and I just don't have a reason to use that anymore. All right. Oblade Bass Utopia. Utopia. Um I don't know. It's all just bass sound, so there's really no I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on that. I mean, it's all just bass sounds. I'll put it in the average tier. I'll put it here. Um, let's look at Blade com- compend- compendium. I don't know how to pronounce that. Um, let's see. Powerful sounds. Let's see how powerful the sounds really are. Let's look at pads. Whoa, that was a little strange. Okay. I think I remember liking the underwater ones. Let's listen to these real quick. Yeah, I really like that. Let's look at leads next. Okay. All right. What else do I want to look at? There's one brass sound here. No guitar, no keyboards. Man. Oh, it's because I have it on. Oh, there's still no. Has a couple of key sounds. Nice. Um, there's a couple of organ sounds. Let's look at those. All right. What about sound effects? All right. I'm gonna give it a great rating. Uh, I don't use it a lot, but it's got a lot of cool sounds. Although I'm not sure where to put it, so I'll probably put it here. Above chiptune, whatever. Photon Collider. What is this one? Oh, I think I remember this one. Right. Let's just what? No pads. Okay. Leads. I don't. Do I even want to look at these? Because I mean, you can already hear how. Yeah. Let's get keys next, I guess. Okay. These don't sound too bad. Okay. Brass. No, nothing there. Wow. Almost like. Okay, these sequence ones sound good. Sound effects maybe. All right. I guess that's. I think I've already looked at those. Okay. Yeah. Where is it? A lot. Basically the same problem as I had with this one. Too many harsh sounds. Like, yeah, I did find some okay sounds, like some of the sound effects and the key sounds, but there's better key sounds in other packs. So, okay, this one, Rave Essentials by Blaze Bass. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something that might sound familiar, although I kind of forgot what it was called. This one right here. All right, does this sound familiar to you? Hold on, I forgot. Okay, okay. Here are the notes here. So, I've used this in one of my songs called Electronic Vortex. So, yeah, that's the main progression. Just all I did was just play around with this because it was new at the time, and I discovered something amazing, which was that pattern. So let's look at it. Let's look at the other pattern or other presets. Yeah, I like these bass sounds. They're very that sounds more like a pluck to me, not really a bass sound, but that sounds okay. More Reese basses, cool. A lot of bass sounds here. And I think this is meant to be like a like a trance, just a very EDM pack, mainly for trance and techno. Um, let's look at some lead sounds next. What? Okay, these sound legato. I don't know. These sound, even though this one's short, like yeah, it plays a shorter note, but still sounds too similar. Um, wow. Okay. Some nice pad sounds. Not very many, but sound good. All right. That's enough of that. Um, I'll put it in greats. Also because I'm a little biased again. Um, all right. Let's move on to this one right here. This one might be my favorite one. Retrowave featured artist. Oh yeah. This one has a lot of sounds. This might be the biggest. I'm. Oh my god, so many sounds. 723 sounds. Look at that. It's a lot of sounds, bro. Um. Okay, some of these do sound a little bit too similar, but yeah, like these. Okay, this one's a little bit different. All right. Yeah, a lot of very FME sounds. I mean, this is based off synth wave or retro wave, I guess. All right, let's. I can't spend too much time on one type of sound. Let's look at bells. This one has some nice bells. I like that one. These. There's one that I really like. I actually want to look for. I think it's an organ sound. There's one sound that I like. I think it's this one. This is the one I like a lot. So I've used it in some of my Halloween songs. Um, pads. This one I've used a lot too. Yeah. This is just scratching the surface. I'll look at some drums and then we'll. All right. Yeah. I think it's obvious where I'm gonna put it. All right. Oh, this is gonna be a bunch of S tiers back to back. Let's look at Self Samir Fulcrum. Okay. This is like a trance sound pack here or flex pack. Let's look at drums. Ooh, I've actually never seen this one before. That sounds cool. That's not a drum. That's a bass sound. What the hell? Let's look at bass next. Ooh, I think this one I've used before in I don't know what song it was. This one also has a lot, so I don't want to spend too much time on. It's also got a couple synth wavy sounds too. What I really like about these is that you can not just use them in trance, but in other genres too. Because I've definitely used some of these in other genres. Like these bells sound very good. Have I looked at pads yet? That sounds cool. I think I've used this one before actually. No, this one. Pretty sure I used that one before. Man, I have to put it up here, bro. It's so good. I just like it so much. This one, um, very similar to the Retrowave featured artist, but this one's strictly the synthwave sound, I guess. But I don't know. Synthwave is like a very wide genre. Like it's already, I think it's already like like a subgenre of electronic music, but there's just so many variations of it. And just like the previous flex pack, you can definitely use this in other genres. Like I've definitely used this sound before. I've used this one before as well. Okay, thank you. Like I think I've used all of these drum ones. Um, Not sure. Have I looked at Flux yet? This one might also sound familiar to y'all. I don't remember the notes, but I've used this in one of my Halloween songs, Pumpkin Playhouse. It was actually my very first synthwave song I made, and I definitely used the hell out of this pack. So, I know I'm very biased, but I just have to put it up here because most of my best performing songs just use these sounds. How can I not put it up there? Vintage Revival. I don't remember this very well. Let's just have a look at some of these. Yeah, I remember now. This one also has like a very large variety of sounds for many genres. Like it's got some synthwave sounds. Whoa. Yeah, it's also got some like cinematic type sounds. It's like a drone. Actually, no, it's basically the same as the pads. Sound effects. Any drums in here? Nice. That sounds cool. I've already looked at keys. My bad. Guitars only one. Let's look at leads next. Okay. Yeah, the leads. Yeah, this might be my only criticism I have is the leads are kind of meh. So I think for that it's gonna knock it down to gray. I was thinking of putting it up here honestly, but after that I think I'll just put it. Let's see. I kind of like it more than all these though. I might put it here. This is honestly still a great pack. Seamless Monsters. This is another like I don't know like what like I think it's also just a bass. Yeah, it's all just bass sounds. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. I'll just put it here, I guess. I see myself using it more than the 808 one. All right, this next one. This one I also really like. Sense Gemini Magnificence. Magnificence. That whatever. I'm losing my mind. I gotta freaking wrap this up. Um. Let's look at pads. This one has some nice pads from what I remember. That sounds really cool. I like that. This one I've used before, I think. I don't remember which song though. This one I've definitely used before. Hmm. Whoa. Yeah, there's a lot of these like sequenced ones. Look at this one. Let's look at keyboards now. Ah, there's only a little bits of them. Guitar, just one guitar. I think I've already looked at that one. Okay, yeah, that sounds a lot like an organ. I think I already looked at the leads, haven't I? Whoa. Okay, yeah, I think I'll just put it here. A lot of very lush sounds. Let's move on to what is this next one? Floor Shakers, SH-1 Floor Shakers. Okay. I don't remember this one very well, so let's look at keys. Okay. Okay, that sounds cool. A lot of FM sounds in here. Not sure what this pack is really meant for. Like, I can look at it briefly. Whoa. Let's see, what is this? Oh, seismic presets. Okay. Have I looked at bass yet? I don't know, just a mixed bag of sounds here. I think these ones allow you to kind of design your own. I don't know. I have not been looking at the macros very much. I just kind of completely ignored it, but it seems like they still change here, so don't know. I don't know if you could really design your own drums there. Let's look at strings. I think I used this one before. I think I used this one in Electro Explosion. Interesting. Um, yeah, it seems like that's it. Have I looked at pads yet? Hmm. I don't know. I think I'll just put it in the middle. I don't really know where else to rank it, to be honest. Put it at the very top. Why not? All right. SH1 jump up repertoire. Okay. I don't know what this pack is supposed to be. Enormous presets. So we went from seismic presets to enormous. Oh boy. What a big step up. Let's listen to these. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Let's look at leads. I don't know about this one. Let's look at basses. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of this one. Yeah, this sounds like a piano that was heavily distorted. Is there a way to take that out? Okay, at least you can take it out. But some of these other ones, yeah, it seems like that one you can't. Okay, so at least some of these you can fix. That one won't go away. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on this one, so I'll just put it here. Um. Okay, we got three left. Three left. This one, Sonitus Obscura, or Dark Sounds, if you want the Latin translation. All right. This is a Halloween flex pack, so let me just show you here. Yep. Shadowy Realm of Soundscapes. Um Not very many sounds, but I mean it's nice that they have a sound pack dedicated for Halloween. I hope they make one for Christmas. That would be nice if they made one for that season, but for holiday, I guess, yeah. But so this one's got a lot of different. Oh god, what have I done? I want to go here. Okay. A lot of very ambient sound effects here. Great uh for your spooky songs. I think I used it before in my Halloween special. What else is there to look at? There's not very much, so I don't want to spend too much time on this one. But I do like the Foley ones. Like these are just like real sound effects recorded. Um like see like they have like a like they try to make it sound scary by adding vibrato to to each note being played. Ooh, that one sounds cool. I like that. So it's interesting, they have a mix of like real instruments and then there's like the synths down here. So I do like the variety, although it's still pretty average for me. It's kind of just a niche sound pack for very specific type of music, and I don't really see myself using outside of that, but it still does a great job at making you want to use it just for spooky music. So I'm not sure where to put it though. I kind of just want to put it here, maybe. All right, got two more left. Two more left. Synthesizer science. All right, let's just have a look here. Has a lot of sounds. I think this one's also very big pack. Yeah, 320. It's a lot. I remember liking the drums. Let's listen to the drums. Let's do it through here. Ooh, that's a nice sound. Honestly, I really like the drums. Look at that. All right. So I got bells next. Not very many bells. This sounds. I think I use this one as well for Electro Explosion. I was a little too chaotic. All right. Bass. That one sounds like I don't know, like a guitar kind of. There's a lot to go through. Leads. Yeah, I'm noticing that a lot of these are shared across bass, and I was just kind of confusing to look through. It's like they took the lead sounds and pitched it really low to make it sound like a bass. Um, Organs. Have I looked at organs? All right. I think that's all I'm gonna look at for synthesizer science. I'll just put it in the average tier. I don't use it very much. I'll put it like here, I guess. And last but not least, we got the goodie bag. Hip hop by this person. Okay. So let's look at this one. Oh, here we go. I remember really liking these sounds here. This one's interesting. Metallic jars filled with vibes. Interesting. It also sounds nice if you play high notes. Okay. Ooh. Well, that's a lot of drum kits. I don't think I can look at every. I'll just look at one for now. Yeah, I remember they all have like this similar format here, where they have some sounds and then chopped up samples. Since ooh. All right. I think I want to put this in the great tier. A lot of cool sounds overall. I'll put it. I don't know. I'll put it here, I guess. I'll put it next to the other act that's by the same person. All right. Well, this is it. This is the tier list. Like I said, this is my opinion, so I could definitely see people disagreeing with me as to why I may have this one here, because maybe they make hyper pop music themselves and find it handy, but I don't know. And then I could see people wanting to put lo-fi lower because they don't make lo-fi, and that's totally okay. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you all next time. Peace.